Hey guys, so today I thought that I would show you this quick tutorial on photo blending, abstract photo blending in Photoshop. This image is actually inspired by an artist called Jeanne Dowd on Instagram. It's JeanneDowd on Instagram. So shout out to her for helping me with this idea or for giving me this idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this photo, this bouquet photo that I found on unsplash.com for free. And we are going to be blending it with an image of paint that I also found on unsplash.com for free. And so this is going to be the paint image. So this is a really easy thing to do in Photoshop, and the possibilities are absolutely endless. So once you learn this, you can layer it up as much as you want, or you can make as many different combinations as you want separately. There really are no limits, and it's so fun. There's so many things that you can do. So in this photo blending tutorial, we're going to go ahead and bring the image of the paint on top of the flower. So I'm going to come over here in my paint tab, and I'm going to make sure that I'm on my move tool, and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag up to my tab that I have my photo, my flower photo in, and still clicking and holding down. And I'm going to just let go of my mouse, and it's going to place it right on top there. I'm going to make sure it's centered. And so now we have layer 1, which is our flower bouquet, and then layer 2, which is our paint. So now it's time to start blending, and like I said, this is super easy. After you blend, you might even decide that you're done, or you can go further. So what Jeanne Dowd does is she uses something that I'm guessing here, but I'm pretty sure that she uses a blending mode called exclusion, or she might use difference as well. But I went through these and I really love the blending mode exclusion in this case. So you can go ahead and click and choose exclusion, and really I honestly like this already. I might even be done. I wanted to show you a little extra thing that you might want to do. This is not, you don't have to do this, but this is something that I sometimes like to do to kind of accentuate these shapes and the patterns that you see in that you find in when you start blending two photos together. So what I like to do is I like to go up to select and then go to color range. And then here you can see, you can click on your image and you can select a range of colors, and you can make it, you can use the fuzziness slider here to make it more or less fuzzy or strong. So the white areas you see here are the areas that are going to be selected when we click out of this. So I like this. You're free to click around anywhere in your image and see what shapes and color ranges it finds. But I like this, and I think this is a good fuzziness. So I'm going to press OK. And now we have this area selected. And just for good measure, I like to go back into my selection tool, any selection tool really. I'm going to go into the marquee tool. And I like to do select and mask because sometimes the color range selection can be a little bit grungy and jagged on the edges. So I like to go in and smooth it out or feather a little bit. Honestly, I don't even really go into the details. I just know that I'm smoothing it out somewhat, which is better than what it was before. So we're going to up the contrast a little bit. Maybe up the feather, smooth, and if you want to zoom in, it's kind of hard to see what's selected here, but personally when I'm working in this abstract way, it doesn't really matter. I like to just go quickly, intuitively, and I just know that I want to smooth out the selection a little bit, so this works for me. And I'm going to go ahead and press OK. And you can't really see the difference too much. If you go into your history, you might be able to see, yeah, the selection did change a little bit. It's not quite so jagged. You can see these areas. There are fewer of these pockets here. You can also find your history panel in your window option, your window menu. It's right there. but you can also find it with this icon here in your workspace. Okay, so now that we have this selection selected, I like to bring in color. So it's going to accentuate the shapes and the patterns that we created when we blended these two images together. So what I like to do is I like to go back down into my my filler adjustment layer icon, which is this little semicircle, or half black, half white. I like to click that, and I like to fill the selection that we have going from color range with a solid color. And I'm partial to the hot pinks lately. So this is my usual hot pink, which is FF0099. You don't have to pick this color at all, but it's what I've been feeling lately, so this is what I'm going to go for. And then I'm going to press OK, and that's kind of like another layer of color on top of our blend. And another option you have is to even blend this color further. You can do overlay, you can do, anything really. Just go ahead and go down the options of the blending modes. I'm feeling overlay actually. Maybe multiply, maybe darken. Go down to color as well. So it's really up to you. And if you don't like this color range selection, you are absolutely free to go back into select and pick another color range if you don't like how this looks in the end. And this color range is going to look different because now you have this the color that we added before. If you don't want it to take that into account, just hide that layer and go back to your color range and select a different range of colors and fiddle with the fuzziness. Fiddle with the fuzziness. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and fuzzy, smooth that out a little bit. Again, I'm not really looking at what it's doing exactly. I just need a little bit less grunge. And yeah, you can go down to your fill layer and click solid color. And then again, you can go to whatever color you want. I'm feeling these pinks. And then you can do the same thing. Ooh, I like that a lot. You can bring back your other color range selection fill that you made. You can either put a different color on top if you so desire. And again, you can do this forever. You can even go into your image. You can even go into free transform or Control T, and you have these color fills. You can also kind of flip them around if you want. You can also do that by control clicking on Apple, or just right clicking and saying flip vertical or flip horizontal. It's whatever you want, and then lock in your changes with a check mark here or enter. And like I said, you can even add in more photos. You can keep blending. You can try different blending modes. For example, if I tried soft light, it's a completely different picture. You could try, difference, makes it way more intense. And yeah, the possibilities are absolutely endless. So go ahead, play with it. I hope you have so much fun, and happy photoshopping. Thanks for watching.